From the studios of the Department of Communication in Phillipsburg, welcome to Prime Minister Talks with Honorable Prime Minister Silveria Jacobs.
Welcome back. I'm Silveria Jacobs, and this is Prime Minister Talks. And if you are just rejoining us, thanks for staying with us. And if this is your first part you're seeing, we are actually in a continuing discussion with the NRPB's Enterprise Support Project leader, Ms. Anissa Dijkhoff, and two of the recipients of the project, Mr. Lloyd Beaton, as well as Ms. Merle Scarborough. And we did get a little introduction as to part of their story, the process they followed. But at this point of the program, I'd like to just go back to Anissa to kind of recap what it is the ESP is all about. That's what we'll be calling it as of now. And recap a little bit for those who didn't see part one, and then we'll go right back into the personal stories of our recipients. Anissa?
So the Enterprise Support Project is basically allows small businesses who have a turnover of $100,000 or less monthly. They can apply for funds through 3 packages, and the asset and repair package allows for the grant component and a loan component, and you can help it helps expand small businesses. The working capital package, which allows businesses to finance their operational expenses if need be, and the refinancing package.
Is there a distinction? Because when people hear SMEs, we mostly focus on the small, but what is then the differential between, say, a medium, a small and a medium?
So our acronym, we use micro, small, and medium enterprises, and these are grouped. I think it's based on the TIAT policy that defines micro, small, and medium, which says that if your business makes a turnover of 100,000 guilders or less a month, you fall into that category.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So for all of you out there who have the wonderful ideas, you have been thinking about something, you're actually working in a job just to get the money to pay your bills, but you're not happy. As I've been saying since COVID hit, every crisis is an opportunity. And for those that had actually lost jobs and were able to do training programs, also through the NRPB's trust fund projects, but also through other enterprises, we think that this is an opportunity to stop, reflect, think about what you really, even as a child dreamed about doing. And regardless to your age, nobody should ever shut down your dream. So I really want to go back to Mr. Beaton to tell a little bit about his sudden jump from being at the mental health into being a boat manager and then owning boats and getting into the business himself. So you told us a little bit in the first segment about that transition, but tell us a little bit about actually the steps you had to take mentally as well as emotionally to be able to make that transition from working for someone to owning your own business.
Well, like I said, it's all about opportunities, huh? And you have to see them too. And I think as an entrepreneur, because I'm also talking now for those, like you said, that would like to do something else, get out of their comfort zone. I think in life you have to try certain things, yeah? Because if you only think about the dreams you have, then, and you never go after them, yeah, then one time in your life you will come to the conclusion, hey, I wish I had, or I wish I have done so and so. So there were some opportunities given to me, and I just took them. And the ESP is one of them. Yeah.
A lot of people, I can remember when a bank closed, some persons got a little payout. People were making a lot of noise, but afterwards I saw some of these long-time bank employees having restaurants, or doing tailoring, sewing, whatever it was they were passionate about. So for me, it's important that we always go after our dreams. So I'm gonna, Mr. Beaton is of Kida. Say it?
Kida. Yeah, Kida Tours. Kida Tours and More.
Kida Tours and More, which is a boating and fishing business. And Merle Scarborough is all about architecture. Can you tell us just a little bit about how you were able to make that transition?
It was a fairly easy decision once I decided I wanted to start my own company. In terms of running a business, because that's what I always wanted to do. But the business aspect itself was very challenging because I didn't have any background in business. I didn't know anything really about finances. So what I did was I set myself up with the idea to learn as much as I could. And I did that by people that I knew in my direct circle, and also look for mentors online.
Okay, so it's possible. I mean, and also nowadays with everything that's available online, Government of St. Martin also did quite a few free Coursera courses over the course of the pandemic that many people took advantage of, and the opportunity will also be there in the future. So you can look out for that. The announcements will be made that you find ways to build your own knowledge via the internet, via books, or as Merle did, via her own friend circle. This segment will come to an end now, but we'll be right back and we'll get some more information on what you need to do if you have a small business or an idea to start a business, and how you can come into, let's say, aanmerking, as they say in Dutch, for one of these grant/loans. Come back soon.
Prime Minister Talks with Honorable Prime Minister Sylvia Jacobs.
Safely riding the school bus amidst COVID-19. Make your school bus ride to and from school a safe and enjoyable one. While waiting at the bus stop, please maintain a social distance of at least 2 meters. Always wear your mask at the bus stop and while traveling on the school bus. Board and disembark the school bus one at a time. Give each other space and time to enter. Sit at the designated seats assigned by the bus driver. Family members from the same household should sit together in the bus. Remember, your safety is important to us. A safe bus saves lives. This message was brought to you by the Ministry of ECYS in collaboration with the Ministry of TIAT. All persons, even those who have received a COVID-19 vaccine, must continue to maintain physical distance, wear a mask to protect themselves and their communities, and thoroughly wash their hands. Patience is key and commitment is essential. The ability to keep each other safe and healthy is literally in our hands.
Hi, I took the vaccine.
Ik ben gevaccineerd.
I took the vaccine.
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 I took the vaccine. Me vacuné. Vacúnate.
I took the vaccine.
Oui, j'ai pris le vaccin.
I took the vaccine.
Moi prends un vaccin.
I took the vaccine.
Be part of the solution. I will do my part.
Prime Minister Talks with Honorable Prime Minister Sylvia Jacobs.
Welcome back to Prime Minister Talk. We're in Season 2, Episode 5, Part 2 of our discussion with NRPB's ESP Accounting Officer, Anissa Dijkhoff. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit more about some of the challenges, because I think if we take away some of the fear, more people who have ideas, more people who are already in their small business, maybe out of their own homes even, could be challenged and think they might have to give up that dream. And I really would like for you to give them some information in some of the challenges that are normal, that people come in with their applications to you with, and that you are able to help them through, or the team that you're working with can help them with.
So the first thing I would definitely encourage all businesses who are eligible to apply, and I know at first some may be a little bit intimidated by the process, But definitely don't let the process intimidate you. Just, some experience. We have Merle here, and she was one of the first applicants, and she's a startup, relatively new. And she came with, she applied through the Enterprise Support Project, and she had a large package that she wanted to apply for, because you can apply up to $150,000. And we were able to kind of have a dialogue with her to really help her think in terms of, okay, what is it that you really need for your business versus what it is that you want? Because I think that what we experience is that when persons hear grant, they think free money, they think, okay, I can, request for whatever it is that I want and I desire, and that isn't necessarily true. We have to also stick to the business of the business model. We also want to look at the viability, because through this project we want to do more good than harm.
Right.
So we want to ensure that you don't bite off more than you can chew. And I think through the process, it comes with a little bit of coaching. It comes with a little bit of back and forth with the client that may seem a little intimidating in the beginning and may seem a little bit challenging, but like as Merle said, it was a very educational process for her. And we just want to ensure that the businesses are sustainable for the long run and are successful, and really think about what it is that they need to get their business off the ground, and that they are viable.
Thank you. I would like to now go right back to Merle. You mentioned her quite a few times, and you did mention that it was a learning process for you. Were
Yes.
you through your circle that you mentioned able to come up with that business plan yourself, or did you have to actually seek help from a professional for that part and some of the other aspects that Anissa mentioned?
One of my partners, Cliffio Albert, he's a financial advisor and a counsel. So he helped me throughout this entire process with the NRPB and credits. So from his perspective, he also, and speaking with the NRPB as well, we looked at the assets that we wanted to acquire and what assets can actually add value to the company for the future of the growth of the company. So we looked at everything in terms of, okay, if we purchase this, how will that help us gain revenue in the future? And I think that was a reflective moment as well, what we had with NRPB, to then focus on what do we actually need instead of what do we want.
And in that process, you said that you learned a lot more, and you're still purchasing some of the equipment that you need?
Yes.
You didn't mention how people would be able to contact you, but are you at this point available to receive clients?
Yes.
Or you still have to wait a little bit? No. You have the platform now.
Sorry,
sell yourself.
We've been up and running. Oh, sorry. We've been up and running for 2 years now. The main idea was in the beginning to start off small and to see how our process will work and how we work as a company, and then focus on the branding and social media. So therefore, a lot of people haven't been able to find us yet, and we've been doing a lot of projects word of mouth, and it's been going very good so far. But if people would like to get in contact with us and are interested in architectural projects or anything, they can do so. They can go to our website, studio.com. It's still under construction, but they can definitely contact us from there.
3XM Studio, and Merle Scarborough is a architect, I assume, who is really, I'm impressed by the fact that she's also a young woman. And maybe you can say a word, because I saw that the program is really also gearing to get more equality, and so women are heavily encouraged to start small businesses. What would you say to other young women out there, and women in general, who might be a bit intimidated?
I would say change in life is inevitable, and sometimes fear gets in the way. And I think once you understand that, then you can use that to your advantage, because anything you can think of, or anything you want to do, you can achieve. And I would say just follow your passion, and then dream big, set goals, and create a plan, and you can do anything.
I totally agree with that. That falls perfectly in the vision that I have for this country, that we can be a country of dreamers that act on it. So not just keep it in our heads, as Mr. Beaton said, actually put it on paper, write your plan. What do I have? What do I need? And the program, the ESP program, is there. There's a 35 million full envelope, only 1.7 has been spent. So we want to get as many businesses as we can, as many dreams as we can realized. And so I'm going to ask you to stay tuned. We have the last part, the second part of this program coming up in just a few moments.
Prime Minister Talks with Honorable Prime Minister Sylvia Jacobs.
Safely riding the school bus amidst COVID-19. Make your school bus ride to and from school a safe and enjoyable one. While waiting at the bus stop, please maintain a social distance of at least 2 meters. Always wear your mask at the bus stop and while traveling on the school bus. Board and disembark the school bus one at a time. Give each other space and time to enter. Sit at the designated seats assigned by the bus driver. Family members from the same household should sit together in the bus. Remember, your safety is important to us. A safe bus saves lives. This message was brought to you by the Ministry of ECYS in collaboration with the Ministry of TIAT. All persons, even those who have received a COVID-19 vaccine, must continue to maintain physical distance, wear a mask to protect themselves and their communities, and thoroughly wash their hands. Patience is key and commitment is essential. The ability to keep each other safe and healthy is literally in our hands.
Hi, I took the vaccine.
Ik ben gevaccineerd.
I took the vaccine.
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 I took the vaccine. Me vacuné. Vacúnate.
I took the vaccine.
Oui, j'ai pris le vaccin. I took the vaccine.
Moi prends un vaccin.
I took the vaccine.
Be part of the solution. I will do my part.
Prime Minister Talks with Honorable Prime Minister Sylvia Jacobs.
Thank you for coming back. We've heard quite a bit now from Merle Scarborough, who is of 3SXM, and it's an architectural firm. You can find them on their website, and more will be coming out soon. But I'd also like to take this time to highlight Mr. Beaton's business, which is Kidda Tours and More. Mr. Beaton, you talked a little bit about the first boat and how that came about, rising it out of the water, cleaning it up just like your friend did, and getting it going. How did you then go about getting the second boat?
The second boat, that was a little bit easier in that sense, because I was about to have a management agreement for that second boat, but then COVID hit, and the owner of that boat, who is residing in Anguilla, he decided that it was too difficult for him to continue. So basically, and then everything came together, the ESP, and so it was again an opportunity for me to say like, hey, I'm not going to manage it. Let me see then to own it, and it took some effort, to get everything done, to have the application process started, and but at the end it was fruitful. So that is basically the way that I get the second boat. We are repairing it now, but within a month we will go out fishing, and if the tourists come back, there will be charters going out with tourist fishing too. But we're gonna be commercial fishing in Anguilla waters, because the St. Martin fishing grounds are not that big. Maybe the Prime Minister can look at that because it is really an opportunity if we could have a better and bigger fishing grounds. But for the time being, we are very glad that we have that Anguilla fishing license. So we will go in the Anguilla waters.
Okay, and that's where the boat originally came from, so I guess you're connected there. I'm very happy to hear that you were able to expand. So you had the one boat when you learned about this ESP project. I'm very happy that you're able to do that. The marine industry is actually one of the largest growing economic drivers on the island. And I think we have youngsters getting into boat building, they're getting into boat repair. And there's a lot actually of money to be made in that area. So I encourage all the young men and women out there that have a love of the water, the sea, the boats, to look at the possibilities and actually come and get some information from Anissa. So with that, Anissa, I want to come back to you. I think it's important that the people know about the 3 financing agencies that you are working with as the ESP. If you can give a little bit of information about that so that persons know, like Mr. Beaton was already at credit, so he knew, he got some info. Maybe you already have a loan somewhere by a bank that is part of it, and then you can give your closing statements as well.
Yes. So we work with credits. They're originally a social lender, so they deal specifically with small businesses, WIB and Banco de Caribe. So if you have an existing account by WIB, you can, of course, use them as your preferred institution, but you can also, let's say, use credits or Banco de Caribe as well. So it really is up to the business. We allow them to choose. And I definitely encourage everyone to visit our website, www.nrpb.org/ESP, and go through the information and check the required documents and get everything together, because ultimately, unfortunately, this program does have a lifespan until December 2024. So time is ticking, because the longer you wait, the smaller your package, the more you'd have to repay. So we really encourage everyone to get their information and start applying. The NRPB is here to answer any questions you may have. We have a general email address, enterprisessupport@nrpbsxm.org, that you can email us, ask us any questions, and we'd be happy to facilitate, because we do see the importance of stimulating our economy during this time through these financial packages, and we understand the importance of small businesses, and they are really the backbone of our economy. So don't hesitate to reach out, and thank you for this platform.
Thank you, Anissa. I think the information shared here in this two-part program should inspire all of you who have a dream to start putting pen to paper. Go to Anissa for some information, and then you know what else you need to do to get your business up and running or to expand your existing business. Mr. Beaton, any closing words?
No, thank you for having me in your show. I would like, of course, encourage people to like you already said, to put their dreams into action and look or go or visit the website or physically go to the NRPB. Yeah? That's
Thank
it.
you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Beaton, and much success with Kida Tours and more. So I'll let me know when your boat is done so we can organize a little retreat on the fishing boat.
Okay, I'll invite you.
Thank you. And to Merle Scarborough, our young female entrepreneur, any closing words for the people of St. Martin and specifically your demographic?
As I said before, just follow your passion. This is a great opportunity, and I think anyone that has a dream and want to be their own boss, run your own company, this is definitely a great platform to be able to give you that opportunity. And that is it for now.